I'm all wet. Why am I all wet?
I don't know, Tom. Why are you?
Because we're talking about water games.
Oh, fuck. Hey.
And water levels. That's the list today. Water things.
I dropped an F-bomb 5 seconds into this. YouTube is going to flag us immediately.
So we're talking about water games, water and levels, times that we had a hard time or a fun time with water being part of a console and or PC game.
Yes. My stipulation for this level when I sat down to write what I wanted, it had to be either a significant portion of the game or at least one heavy level. So, what are we thinking? Like Mario, original Mario Brothers? World 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's
Classic.
a water level. It could be in your list.
Classic.
It's not in my list, but hey, it's there. So, let's consider some honorable mentions, shall we?
I love these honorable mention segments.
I'm gonna get some shit for this, I think.
Let's hear it.
My honorable mention, it shouldn't be an honorable mention. It should be in the list. Have you ever played Rayman Legends?
A long time ago, yes.
Okay. So this one was like the PS4 one.
Okay. Like you can play 4 people on this, and it's total carnage and whatnot.
Yeah, Ubisoft, September 2013.
Ubisoft.
I played it on Ubisoft.
That's not how it's said.
I don't. Okay, well, they're from Montreal, Mr. France. France! It's Ubisoft. I just like...
Okay, sorry.
I like picking
Go
on
ahead.
them.
Go ahead.
It's the 20,000 Lums Under the Sea level.
Okay.
I cannot stress enough, this is how you make a platforming water level. Oh, it's so good.
Is it as bad as the Earthworm Jim 2 water level?
No,
this
is phenomenal. Case? It's fantastic.
Okay.
This gameplay, so I don't like stealth.
Like
I
not
do.
even Metal Gear.
It has
style?
its place,
okay,
right? But like, it's not my favorite style of game. Yet, this whole most of the level is stealth underwater. So it has this excellent control paired with this it's like these drones with lights. Are think like Metroid Zero Mission when you're in Zero Suit.
Yep.
It's kind of like that, and the lights have a pattern. You can tell, right? And it's you're staying out of the light and working with the flow, current of the water to stay out of the light. It's pretty fun. But then you get to this boss section, and it's the boss is chasing you, and it's intense. It's chaotic. You have to there's no slowing down. There's no taking your time. It's go time. And then after that, in that beautiful Rayman style, it's the rhythm section.
Yeah. Where
the jumping and the stuff goes with the music, and it's it's addictive, man. It's so fun.
It is an addictive game, and it can be absolutely chaotic at times.
And in that level, the effects in it are beautiful. Just everything clicks on that game. Well done, Ubisoft.
Well done, Ubisoft.
Okay, that's my honorable mention.
That's a good one.
On to you, Tom.
Okay, so mine is to the computer, and it's Battlefield Vietnam, made by EA in 2004. The reason I'm using Battlefield Vietnam as my honorable mention is that I had a lot of fun in the PBR. You're on that patrol boat, crossing over to a river. You got a dual M60 in the front, you got M60 machine gun in the back, and you got a driver. But then if you were smart, like some of us, specifically me, you would get a mortar, and then you would select your mortar while you're on hard land, and then jump into the PBR. Now you got a mortar on a PBR.
Okay.
And it was really cool because you could if you can shoot them straight on with your machine gun, it could come on top with the mortar, so it became a really good striking force. And I spent a lot of times on the PBR on the water, ripping through rivers and whatnot, having boat-on-boat action, and the only other thing that was almost just as exciting as doing the PBR runs on Battlefield Vietnam was going to the helicopter and just unleashing your thumpers and your M60s and whatnot. So it was just a really good experience at the time when you had what was it, 24 versus 24 or 30 versus 30 games, and you had these boats ripping around, and it's just a really good time.
Battlefield Vietnam.
Battlefield Vietnam.
Boat on boat action.
Boat on boat action.
You heard it here. Get your parents' permission. Your number 5.
So my number 5, and I know that there's some people out there that will have experienced this as well. It's a fantastic game released for the N64 during 1996, Wave Race 64.
Uh-huh.
And I thought at the time that the water looked really fucking cool.
Water looked amazing.
Like, there was no water that looked like that for any game yet. That was the first one. So, just specifically because it had like a different style of racing than 1080 snowboarding or like Mario Kart or whatever else. It was cool to race on a jet ski, and like, you know,
it was unique. It was
cool.
absolutely unique.
It was really cool, and you could do 4 players on this, and it had a really mellow in-house style music to it, and it was just a relaxing, fun racing game with cool-looking water. So that's my number 5.
That's level 3, the Mirror Lake or whatever. And like how the fog lifted after the first 2 laps.
So cool.
I was like, man, I just recently
to experience
played
that again.
I did. I played it. I want to know it was before we moved, so it was just over a year ago, I guess. Damn. What happened to time?
Time
Tom?
goes by.
It was about a
real
year
quick.
ago, but I was playing it in the old townhouse before we moved, and I was like, man, that, like, it still hits.
Yeah.
As hard as it did back then. It still hits.
It's a great game and a great water experience.
It's a great game. I wish they had made a sequel for it, because one doesn't exist that I know of.
That's true.
Because I don't like it one bit.
Yeah, fuck it.
My number 5, made by Capcom.
Oh,
January 95
okay.
for the Super Nintendo.
Okay, I'm listening.
It is the level in which you would fight Bubble Crab on Mega Man X.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
2.
What a great game.
So,
Bubble Crab, what a great fucking music
Launch
to
Octopus
that stage,
and
too.
Mega Man X was a kick-ass level.
Totally
it was
kick-ass.
floaty. It was,
Yeah.
I liked it. You had the sub
I can literally
above.
picture the level in my mind right now.
Yes, and it was really fun.
Which one was the one where you had like the fish mini boss, and there was a bunch of spikes and a couple of pillars, and you had to blast this robotic fish, and like it would send.
That was Launch Octopus.
It was Launch Octopus.
After
Okay,
you killed him, you could go underneath, or like the fish was like right at the beginning of the level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you used Storm Eagle's weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still floaty. Like,
Yeah.
that was kind of
It's
just
the underwater
how you,
feel
That's
to
how you did it back then. It's like, oh, you're underwater, so you jump slowly now.
Dude, to get that, what was that? That energy tanker, that heart in that one section was so fucking unbelievably hard. You had to like scoot off.
Like the watching the guys in the speedrun do it is like, how? Like because you can shoot like a triple charged and jump after it. Like if you're frame perfect. I can't.
Yeah.
So no, you got to climb up and then like jump dash backwards.
And it's difficult.
And then you ride the missile going all the way up, and then that's how you get the one heart.
Yeah.
Has the optional boss halfway through.
Yes.
Like it's
What a
like
great
more
level.
of the same but huge. Like
Yeah.
the level's just way bigger, and I just dig it, man.
That whole game was an experience too.
Yeah.
You know.
X2 was like how could they make a better game than the first one?
And they did.
And they did.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the music, I'm still kind of partial to the first one, but everything else about that game, it was harder, it was bigger. Awesome time, man.
Yeah.
Mega Man X2, that's mine, number 5.
Mega Man X2 Bubble Crab. I like it.
Yeah. Number 4, right up your alley.
What is? I bet I can guess it. What is it?
So, Super Nintendo,
Oh, maybe not.
July 93,
Yeah.
made by Almanac for Enix.
Oh my God. What?
This was in your costly and rare list.
Man.
We're talking about the role-playing game, kind of. Evo, Search for Eden.
Oh, of course. What a great game.
I actually put in my notes, pretty good chance Tom is already talking about this game.
That's a great game.
So it's a side-scroller in which you evolve through like 5 geological time frames,
Yeah.
I guess. is the best way to.
And the amount of different type of evolutions you can go through is insane. Like there's
you start as a fish.
Yeah.
You start as a small, useless, scared Nemo, essentially like a red Nemo, I guess. Purplish red. Either way.
Yeah, purplish. Purple.
You start as a fish, and then like that's it. That's
yeah.
You can
go around and you
can
bite
go any
people
way
when you get
you
teeth
want,
eventually.
man. You want to upgrade your teeth, you do that. You want to like put a spiky dorsal fin so that you can attack from underneath. Go ahead, do that. You're pretty wide open as to how you can evolve.
Now you can have a long nose or like a swordfish if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Takashi Yoneda headed all the development of this game. You might not know that name, but you would know his main game, ActRaiser. So he came from ActRaiser to this. The music for the original game was done by some dude named Koichi Sugiyama.
Oh,
Who might be the Dragon Quest / Warrior guy. Yeah, he's kind of important. Evo, Search for Eden.
Fucking
100%
great game.
gotta play that game.
Ah, man.
Just don't pay $400.
Yeah. Don't go pay full price for a title like this.
No.
It's too expensive. It's not worth it. I mean, it's worth playing. It's not worth paying for it.
Your number 4, my man.
My number 4 is Contra for original Nintendo by Konami, 1987. The first level of Contra.
Oh, I thought you were going to say waterfall level, and I'd say
No.
you can go fuck yourself right now. There's no way.
No, first level.
Okay, first level's, yeah, because that's pretty epic.
Because, like, most Nintendo games, and most games in general, if you fell in water, you were dead. Safe, other than Mario, you know what I mean? And when that bridge blew up, I'm like...
Everyone fell off that bridge.
Yeah, when that bridge blew up, I'm like, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
And then you fall into the water, and your character's still alive. I'm like, oh my god, that was mind-blowing.
Yes.
Back then. I know it sounds so stupid right
you
now.
always fell off because either you didn't know to like jump every time there was
Or
an
player
explosion,
2 was too slow.
or player 1 was too fucking fast. Didn't
Oh
wait
yeah,
for
one
you.
or the other.
One or the other. Like it was the little brother's fault or the big brother's fault.
So like being able to like, bam, fall in that water, being able to duck in the water when there's people that shoot you and you can evade bullets like that, that blew my fucking mind back then. I couldn't believe that you could do that in a video game.
That's like you're tapping into a core memory for me.
Yeah,
man. Like,
absolutely.
When you or your buddy rented this game for the first time ever, because nobody bought it right off the bat. Like
I didn't have $60 back when I was like 7 or 8.
So this would have been like a Friday afternoon rental. Like, oh wow, what's this Contra, right? And you rent it, and then you sit down with your buddy and you start playing this first level, and you immediately know I am up until 2:30 at least this fucking morning, and it's like 4 p.m. and you already know like
this is gonna be a whole day.
Put the coffee equivalent for a 10-year-old on because let's fucking go. It's like,
Mom,
man,
get the
what
cream
a memory.
soda.
What a memory.
Yeah, so that's my number 4.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Because it's engraved into my mind.
Yes.
Still to this day.
Damn. We'll be right back after a moment of reflection.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're number 3, my man.
Okay, so number 3, it's either a big deal or not, but for a lot of people it isn't. But it's a little game made by Rare in 2018.
Oh.
And I've been playing this for 6 years already. I can't believe it. It's Sea of Thieves. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be in a sloop, 1 to 2 players. Be in a brig, 1 to 3. Be in a galleon, 4-player ship. Those are all ships, everybody. I should have said that in the beginning. So
this game took over Twitch.
Man, I've been seeing so many Twitch videos on this. I couldn't believe how big of a life I had in that community, man. It's crazy.
I mean, it's kind of, we wanted this game all our lives.
For years.
We just didn't know it.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. It's swashbuckling fun, Loren.
Hey.
And you grab a saber, load up your blunderbuss, crawl inside a cannon, let someone shoot you out of the cannon onto an island so you can kill skeletons or other players. You can have ship versus ship action, so more boat on boat action.
Hey.
And
we got a theme here.
and it was really cool at the time. I met some friends on this game that live in the States, you know, and when this first came out, it was a beta. Like, I was playing this on Xbox, and there wasn't a lot of people on these gigantic fucking sea maps. So
No.
sometimes you could play this game and see no one
Nobody.
at all. And there's several games that I would set sail, find an island, kill a skeleton on an island, hope that I would see a ship, see no one. And I did that for 6 months until I actually fucking found somebody in that game. It took a long time.
And so, like and I mean, fast forward to now, it's great and it's not, because you get pretty complacent, and then all of a sudden, here's a galleon coming on, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm done, I'm dead.
And then I was on this island one time, and there was specifically what you just said took place. A galleon came up, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dead. And then I heard a hello. I'm like,
Thank
hey,
God.
it's I'm Tom. How are you? Can we be friends? And like, I haven't seen anybody in this game in months. Yeah, jump on. And I jumped on. We exchanged gamer tags, and Alex and I have been playing that game for fucking years.
Yeah. No,
so
it's
far.
such a good time, man. And unlike Cutthroat Island, the movie, this is swashbuckling
Absolutely,
fun.
it is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, 100%. No,
But yeah,
this is a good one.
Sea of Thieves. I thought I should get a good mention on this list.
Oh yeah. No, that's great.
And the water is really cool. Like, you can swim underwater.
It's
you can battle underwater. You can go through like caves and caverns, underwater caves to find treasure and shit. There's so much to this game that I still haven't done yet too.
It's a very pretty game too.
Yeah, it's a really pretty game. Good job, Rare. Thank you.
Yeah, great choice. My number 3 is an old boy from the NES, but it's also from Rare.
It's from Rare.
Yes.
Okay.
Came out July 1989, which blows my mind how
89.
well this controlled for 1989.
Okay.
It's Cobra Triangle.
Oh, what a great game.
Yes. So anybody that hasn't played this, it's an isometric powerboat shooter / racer /
Jumper. Tricks.
jumper /
Because you have to go off ramps.
save the kids
Capture the flag.
/
Capture the flag.
detonate landmines /
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's a lot to this.
Yeah, there's 25 full levels. You can take 4 different paths. Those paths, which we did not know until later on in life, your very first level was like a race down this river, and then you could turn left or right. That left or right decided which way you went in the game.
Yeah, I did not know
I did not
that
know
back
that until like me and a buddy put in some real time into it trying to beat it, because that fucking shark. Nothing. Never mind. The last level is a shark. Just spoiler alert, and it's hard as balls.
then. It is.
It's like a kind of a Gradius style. Imagine
Yeah.
Gradius was on the water in isometric.
Yeah,
So
okay.
as you're racing along, you can pick up these like trapezoid shaped things, and those were power ups. And on the bottom of your screen, you had like I think it was 5 or 6 different things. I'm just trying to think. 5 or 6. I think it was 5.
I have to play the game again.
But it'd be like speed, firepower, missiles, special, and something else. And as you pick those up, you could take that power up, or you could pick up another one and move it to the next one, just like Gradius or Life Force or all of those damn side-scrolling playing games back in the day, right? Just super fun. It was Stamper Brothers. It was David Wise. It was everybody that made
big names
Donkey
in
Kong
this.
Country what it is. It was the heart and soul of Rare, and man, I don't know how this isn't in everybody's NES list.
Absolutely. This game was so much fun. The music was like up tempo. It was crazy. It was still kind of fun music. It wasn't like edgy or heavy metal, but it was like very progressive for the time. It was pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, there was a lot of cool people that worked on this game back then.
I loved this game. It was so fun. Very hard though. Like, the secret to me was always upgrade your firepower to the 4-way.
Yeah.
Instead of the spread in the front. If you go 4-way, then when you go to do those like shoot all the target levels and stuff, you
Much
won't
quicker.
fail.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's super fun game. My number 2
Number 2.
might be the newest game I've ever put on a list yet.
Okay.
Made by Mint Rocket.
I've never heard of this company.
It's been released 2023 and 2024, depending on the platform you're playing it on.
really new.
It's on absolutely everything. It is one of the most accessible games I have ever played. It is The most basic explanation I can call it is Harvest Moon in the water. This is called Dave the Diver.
I've never heard of this before.
God, when this recording is done, you were running right to the YouTubes and you were gonna watch like
to the YouTube.
like 2 minutes of video footage on this game.
Okay.
I almost guarantee you'll be playing it by 8 p.m. tonight.
All right.
Dave the Diver. So it's a two-sided game. Okay, there's like the morning and the night. In the morning, you're Dave. Well, you're always Dave. In the morning, you dive for fish. Okay, like you harpoon them, like you spear hunt for fish in the water. And at night, you sell that fish in your sushi restaurant. Okay? This game is so fucking addicting, man. It is
What?
It is fantastic, like pixel style 2.5D.
What the fuck?
Like it's
Okay.
the foreground, the
A
sprites
3D, 2D
are like
platformer.
definitely 8-bit style, right?
Okay.
But the background, even though pixelated, is very 3D.
Dave the Diver.
Oh, dude.
Sells sushi.
Dude,
Is it because you love
so
sushi?
Fun. It's just so fun. It's you know what? It's kind of like Evo.
Is
Like the way that you side scroll and you can attack, like it's
okay.
it's very similar. And then you like aim your gun and shoot it through the fish and then reel them in.
It's the opposite of Evo. You're killing the fish.
I mean,
as you're
it
going
is,
through
but
evolution.
it plays very similar. Like it plays kind of similar to it.
Poor fish.
Your oxygen will deplete the
Okay.
more you're down there, so you essentially you don't want to take damage because that'll deplete your oxygen quicker. And then otherwise you're running around trying to get as many fish as you can before you have to go back up. Obviously, you sell this fish and you make money, and you use that money to upgrade your shit so you can stay down there longer and get better fish so that you can sell it for more expensive and then upgrade your shit and so on and so forth, right? Fun characters in the game. It's like it's so worth playing, man. You gotta
Now
try.
I'm gonna have to check out the YouTube.
It's one of the best games in maybe like the last surprise best games in one of the last 5 years that
Okay.
I've played.
Wow, Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver. It's
Okay,
like,
I'll
what
have
an
to check
addictive.
it out.
It's such an addictive little time waster, man. You're number 2.
My number 2. Oh man. My number 2 is a game that probably no one out there knows because this is such a niche market, and to have had a computer in 1995 meant that you would have had to have some parents that would want to spend a couple $1,000s on a computer. Okay, they weren't fucking cheap back in the 90s.
Or you sold drugs.
It's made by
What? I'm just saying.
It's made by Toonami Games in 1995. It's called Silent Steel. Okay, it's a amazing FMV movie video game. You're the XO of USS Idaho, and there may or may not be a saboteur on board.
Okay.
It is your job and duty to find out what and or who is causing USS Idaho to emit louder than average underwater fin noises. For there may or may not have been or is a Russian submarine listening in nearby. So you got to figure out.
This is leveraging the shit out of Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it's literally what it sounds like. You're the captain of the sub. People come to you with questions, and you have to decide what to do. They'll play a movie clip. You'll have to click one of 4 answers, and after that answer, it plays you another movie clip, and you go on from there, and hopefully you can prevent total nuclear annihilation between 2 submarines, or figure out what exactly is going on your submarine, and how to prevent catastrophic events from happening.
Right.
And it was, and right now it's like a lot of people would just scoff at this because you load this fucking game, which I think is like 2 or 3 CDs.
If you happen to have a CD-ROM drive back then,
Yeah.
and it was like, it wasn't full screen. It was like
no, it was not
half
full
the screen. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's very niche. Like you would have had to play it. You would have had to been in the craze of the FMV movie games because that was a big thing in the mid 90s that a lot of people forget about. You know, most games that have FMV that were really fun, playable games was stuff like Wing Commander.
Yeah.
Okay, they had or Wing Commander specifically 3 or 4.
Wing Commander 3, well, 4 had a ton, but 3 had like almost an hour of full motion video.
So, but there's no actual gaming. It's you select one of the answers, you try to make it to the end.
It's like a choose your own adventure style where you're trying to get to the right ending, right?
Precisely.
But they were super fun. Like
they were a lot of fun.
Sherlock Holmes on TurboGrafx CD had that, right? I dug them. They were fun. I would, and the footage would have been wicked.
There was a talk for Silent Steel 2, but because they couldn't sell enough copies of the first game, they couldn't make their money back from the production of making the game, which
they were ahead of the time.
Yeah, which is what puts Tsunami Games under in like 3 years.
The irony of Tsunami Games going under.
Love
it.
But so Silent Steel, if ever anybody's curious about that, check out the YouTube on it. I'm sure there's a full playthrough of the game there.
Damn.
Yeah, a little piece of history there.
Oh yeah, like go like World of Long Plays on YouTube. I can't recommend that channel enough.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see like an older school game, or any game really, played through dominantly, World of Long Plays is that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's
Silent Steel.
Silent Steel.
I almost thought you were going with like Silent Service.
that one's a great Nintendo game, and there is water in it, so why not?
There is water. That's like my number 1 is, this might be the first time ever that I've taken 2 games from current gen.
Oh, really?
Current gen. And I use that term loosely because this is for the Nintendo Switch. I gotta go with it because this is some of the most fun I've had in one of my favorite areas in a game in years. It's the Seaside Kingdom from Mario Odyssey. Unbelievably fun.
Okay,
it's like you're going to a water resort.
Yeah.
Like a water park. And man, everything that I loved, I'll get to it. Everything that I loved about the good parts of Mario Sunshine, they kind of revisit in this game, in this level.
Yeah.
So if you haven't played Mario Odyssey, his hat is magical, and he can throw the hat onto enemies and control them. You can assume them.
It's pretty disgusting, I know.
You can even control Bowser in this game, but
you can even control a T-Rex.
Yes, you can. I forgot about that. Well, first level. Seaside Kingdom, you can chuck them on a plethora of fish. So, for one, there's like 3 different main kinds of control underwater in games. There's like the mash A, like Link, right? Yeah. There's the like hold the direction to control.
Very Desert Strike.
And then there's like Donkey Kong Country, where it's like you have one method, but then you jump on something and you have another method. That's kind of this. Mario himself doesn't swim very well in this game. Not very well. However, when he chucks his hat on a fish, now he becomes incredibly good. Or one specific kind of fish, you can then like fart water out and you can hover in the air just like you did in Mario Sunshine, which was actually fun. And you package all that into one level, and it's kind of cool, man. Okay. It's a simply beautiful area. There's a beach area with like cliffside, and there's like some of the 2D caves, like hiding in the cliffs, and that's super fun. Like,
the Mario games for Switch are really nice looking.
It was incredible. And then there's like that big giant octopus boss battle is it's just, man, what a level. It's super, and it like they nailed it. It's one of the best areas ever in a Mario game, period.
I'm surprised that you went with Odyssey. I'm surprised.
Which one did you think I was gonna go with?
I thought
like Sunshine for sure. Or?
No, I thought you were actually gonna go with Super Mario World and swimming away from like Big Bertha and whatnot.
Great design, fucking annoying level.
Very annoying. Or like any underwater level for Super Mario World, basically, is what I thought you were gonna.
I thought, okay, so going from NES to Super Nintendo, having the holding down while tapping A or holding up while tapping A to have that control underwater was mind-blowing at the time, but
once you experienced it, like Yeah.
Like the first experience that I had of Mario World underwater and the first experience I had of Mario Odyssey at Seaside Kingdom blows it away.
I have a number 1 here.
What do you got?
And it's going to come to no surprise. I'm talking about the Hudson River, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1.
Baby.
It's a time crunch to get all these bombs, and the only reason we suck at this level now is because we are adults and we stress out way too much during this stage, you know? And like,
Yeah.
you end up switching between every turtle until it's like a thimble of life left, and then you end up going through them all again just to make sure who will die last while you get to the end of the level. But you know what? It's an awful level, but it's kick-ass music too in it. It's like stresses you out, and you want to like finish this as frantically and quickly as you can.
That Vomitron remix is just
So badass.
slaps.
It does.
Fucking it fucks. How recently have you played that level?
I played this game 3 years ago at my buddy Connell's place, and I can nail it now.
It's not as hard as
No,
we remember it.
it's
We
not as
let
hard.
the panic take over.
We
as
do.
kids.
Yeah,
It's still an excellent level. Though.
it is a really good level.
It's an iconic level.
Yeah, it's almost as iconic as like having never figured out until you're older that you don't ever jump over that middle part. You just walk right through.
You just walk,
Yeah, and you're fine.
or you can jump from the ground level and make it.
Yeah, you
You
just have
can
to be
just
very
clip
precise.
it. You
Yeah.
can just clip it, but
Yeah,
that walkover gap, fuck off.
Yeah. So Hudson River water is for water level number 1.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it's iconic.
Yeah.
I could play that again right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Me too.
a lot of this on this list, or other ones that didn't make our list. For example, Subnautica didn't make it.
That's a good one.
I'm
Gradius, Twin Gradius.
Darius Twin.
Yeah, Darius
Lot
Twin,
of
thank
water.
you. Yeah.
The most obvious one that didn't make our list, and there's a reason why. Ocarina of Time, Water Temple.
Oh yeah,
It's
the water
because
temple. Yeah.
you couldn't showcase how fucking terrible your menu option is,
Yeah.
or inventory option, more than how you did in that fucking level.
I agree.
That's why when everyone says, "Oh, it's the greatest Zelda of all time," I point
Nope.
to that and say, "That's why you're fucking wrong.
Yeah. Nope.
You're wrong." But hey, tell us why we're wrong down below.
And we'll take it. We'll take it. Damn it.
Yeah, we'll cry later, but I don't care. Right now, we'll just argue with you.
Hey, don't tell me we're gonna cry later.
Sorry.
See you, everyone.
Have a great day.